Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now before we get started on our weekend cleanup, I'm going to go ahead and make myself something to eat. I would also like to recommend for you to do that as well. While you're working hard around the house, you really want to make sure that you're feeding your body the proper fuel so you can be energized and motivated as you get stuff done around the house. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'm just scrambling some eggs and I'm going to put some seasoning on them as well as some goat cheese, just enough to get me full and give me energy to get things done like I said. I'm also going to make sure to get some good vitamins in me after I eat. Every day I take a vitamin C tablet, a multivitamin, some potassium, and I also take 1 to 2 scoops of electrolytes to keep me hydrated. And then another thing I would recommend before you start cleaning is to make yourself an iced coffee. I like having a warm cup of coffee first thing in the morning, but there's something about iced coffee that really gets me going. So maybe try and see how it works for you. All right, so now we are ready to start cleaning. On the weekends, the first place I like to start is in the kitchen and the dining room because I feel like throughout the week that just becomes the dumping ground for all of our stuff. So, the first thing that I like to do is I like to collect all of the dishes throughout the house, bring them to the sink, put away any clean dishes in the dishwasher, and load up the dishwasher with any dirty dishes, and then wash and dry any dishes by hand that I need to. Sometimes when you have a really messy house and a really messy kitchen, it's hard to know where to start and it can often feel very overwhelming. And I've just found that over the years, if I start with the dishes first, it makes me feel like I can conquer the rest of the spaces within the kitchen and the home. So hopefully this order works for you as well. I also like to make sure to load up the cooktop grates into the dishwasher at this point in time also, and then I like to look in my fridge and throw out any old food and then wash those containers from the fridge also, and then I just dry everything that I washed by hand and I put it away before I'm ready to move on to the next space in my kitchen. My husband and I just recently stocked up on some oats, so I went ahead and I put them into these food-safe containers with gamma lids, and we put some packets in them to take all of the oxygen out of the containers once the lids were closed, so that way they'll last longer. And so I'm just going through that right now and breaking down all of the old oat boxes and putting these containers in the hallway closet where I'm going to store them for now. So if you have any items like this that you've purchased in bulk but have yet to store away in your home in its designated spot, then I would just recommend you to do that now. Now I like to go around and tidy up all of the surfaces in my kitchen and dining room, putting everything back in its place before I get ready to wipe down all of the countertops. So I'm just going to do that now. Now that I am done tidying everything up, I'm ready to clean off the countertops. The first thing I like to do is spray my countertops with my homemade all-purpose cleaner. And then I like to take a scrubbing pad with some Dawn dish soap and scrub really well. And then I take a hot wet rag and I wipe down the countertops. And then I go in with my homemade glass cleaner and I spray the countertops and then I wipe them down with a clean dry rag. And then I like to scrub my sink with baking soda, soap, and a scrubby pad and scrub it really well before I pour boiling hot water over it. I like to do this once a week to not only clean my sink really well, but make sure that my drain stays clean from any grime that may be down it with the hot water I'm pouring down the sink. And then I make sure to wipe down the other countertops as well as any appliances that are sitting out on the counter. Since the grates are in the dishwasher, I like to take this time to wipe down the cooktop as well. And then I take my homemade glass cleaner and I wipe down my stainless steel refrigerator. and then I take a hot rag with my homemade all-purpose spray and I wipe down any cabinet surfaces that need it at this point in time. And then I wipe down the outside of my oven doors. You can go ahead and put your oven self-cleaner on at this point in time as well if you need it. And then I just put a new dish towel out, I light a candle, and now I am ready to move on to the living room area. Now, our kitchen overlooks the living room, so it just makes the most sense to me when I'm done in the kitchen to move right on into the living room area. So I'm going to show you how I do a quick tidy up in the living room just to kind of get me ready for the week ahead. Throughout the week, I deep clean different areas of the home on different days, but on the weekends, I like to just make sure that everything is tidy. So this isn't a deep clean, but hopefully enough to motivate you to tidy up your space. So let's just get right into it. The first thing I like to do is tidy everything up. Kind of similar to what I do in the kitchen. I just take everything that's spread out over the room and I put it back in its proper place. And then I like to go ahead and refold any blankets that are laying out on the couches or chairs at this point in time and fluff any of the pillows that need it. And then I like to take my homemade glass cleaner and I like to clean any of the glass surfaces or decor pieces that need it. Now, since this is more of a quick tidy up, I'm not going to sweep and mop the kitchen or the living room. I do that during the week. For now, I'm going to just vacuum the carpet. And that is it, you guys. Now that I am done with the living room area, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the front entryway, which from the living room area, you can walk down the stairs right into the front entryway. So that's why I kind of like to tackle that space next. So let's go downstairs now and tidy up. Okay, so here is our front entryway. The first thing I like to do is I tidy up, of course, putting everything that's out on the floor back where it goes. Now, I do sweep and mop the front entryway just because it gets so much traffic during the week that I often have to sweep and mop a couple of times during the week, so I'm going to take the time right now just to do that. I like to make sure that I take my broom and sweep the baseboards and any trim around the stairs and the floor in the entryway also. And then I just do a quick clean of the windows. I deep clean the windows later on in the week also, but for the weekend I just spray them with my homemade glass cleaner and wipe them down with a clean, dry rag. And then I go in and I make sure to spray and wipe down the mirror as well. And then I mop and I'm done. Now we are ready to move on to the master bedroom and bathroom. That's just right down the hallway off the living room. Okay, you guys, so before I start cleaning, I'm going to go ahead and take a shower. Now, after I got out of the shower, I made sure to do my skincare routine. That way the oils can be absorbing into my face while I clean up my room before bed. I'm not going to make my bed, I'm just going to fold the covers back and make it look a bit more tidy before bedtime. So I guess I am going to make my bed, sorry. I like to take a shower before I do this. That way, by the time I'm done and my husband and I are ready to have our date night, my hair is a little bit more dry and I don't have to worry about getting ready for our date. Most weekends we just do date nights in, but I still like to look a little nice for him. And then, once the bed is nice and tidy, I like to go ahead and fold any clean laundry at this point in time. Then I make sure to put it all away and hang up any clothing items that need it as well. I just feel like with all of the clothes folded, put away, and hung up, it makes me feel like I can start my week off fresh. I just love having all of the laundry done and put away. And then I like to collect any dirty laundry from around the bedroom, put it in my laundry basket, and set my basket right outside the bedroom door. On Mondays and Tuesdays, I like to do laundry, so I like to set my hamper right outside my bedroom door on the weekends to remind me that Mondays and Tuesdays are laundry days. And then I go around my bedroom and I tidy everything up, making sure to put everything back in its place where it goes. I also like to make sure that our closet is nice and tidy as well. And then I go ahead and vacuum the carpet. I also go ahead at this point in time and I take the bath rug out of the bathroom and I vacuum that also. And now I am ready to tidy up the final space, and that is the master bathroom, so let's go. The first thing I do is I just tidy everything up, I put everything back in its proper place, and then I take some Lysol wipes and I wipe down anything that has dust on it. I also make sure to wipe down the countertops and the sink as well. I really only try to use these Lysol wipes 1 to 2 times a week. It just makes it so much easier when you're going to do a quick and easy tidy up. But in general, I have cleaning rags that I prefer just because it's less wasteful. And I personally have a conviction about how wasteful we are in America. And so I try to improve in that area as much as I can. I know I can get better, but that's just one way I try to be less wasteful is not using Lysol wipes every single day all the time. It's like a treat for me to use them. So I only use them like once, maybe 2 times a week. But like I said, the rest of the time I'm just using cleaning rags. So that's just a little tip if you're wanting to move over into a waste-free lifestyle. And then, when I'm done wiping down all of the surfaces, I take my homemade glass cleaner and I spray and wipe off the mirror. I also like to go ahead and empty out the trash and put a new trash bag liner on. And then I go ahead and I wipe down and I scrub our toilet really well. Now, here's just a little trick. After you have scrubbed the inside of your toilet with your toilet bowl brush, go ahead and set your brush on top of the toilet like I'm doing here, and then set the toilet seat over it, and it'll hold the toilet brush in place and just leave it there for a few minutes so it can drip off any excess water before you put it back in its container. That's just a little tip so that way you're not spilling water everywhere after you've cleaned out your toilet with your toilet brush. And then I go ahead and I wipe down just the edge of the outside of my shower, and I make sure to go ahead and put a new towel out for my husband in the morning. Go ahead and put your toilet bowl brush back where it goes at this point in time, and then I go ahead and I sweep my floors. And then right before my date with my honey, I just go ahead and I fluff my hair out and I put some chapstick on, and that is it. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I hope this motivates you to clean up your house so you can start your week off fresh. And until next time, I love you guys so much. Bye.